Welcome to the Productpreneur Podcast. I'm your host, Nicole Jelarzak, product development and marketing coach and mom of three. Learn from and get inspired by women entrepreneurs killing it in the product space. Each episode, we will share the latest trends, proven strategies, and inside secrets of the product world, all designed to give you greater confidence to create your own success through a product venture. Let's do this. Hey there, before we begin this episode, I wanted to give a listener shout out to Ildos, who says, I love this podcast. There aren't many product-related podcasts out there, and I love this podcast because it helps entrepreneurs in the product space learn how to launch and grow their product-based businesses. I look forward to many more episodes. Ildos, thank you so much for taking the time to write this review. I'm super appreciative of this, and I'm so appreciative to all my listeners and to those who are doing the downloads and giving the ratings and the reviews. It just helps so many more people find this podcast and to help them launch their own product business. So thank you again, and back to the show. Hey there, and welcome back to the Productpreneur Podcast. I wanted to speak to you today about building a marketing plan for your business. I spoke to a group of female entrepreneurs at a women's entrepreneur conference about this topic, and I thought it would be very relevant for this audience who is thinking about how to grow their business all the time and wants to have a marketing plan but doesn't really know where to start. A lot of people think a marketing plan is putting out some ads and helping people come to your website and so on, but it is so much more than that. So let's get into it. What I wanted to cover is, why do we need a marketing plan, what's involved, and how you can get started. And this is relevant for you if you own a product or service-based business but have no idea how to get a steady stream of business. And also, if you keep trying new things but you don't know what's working and what isn't. And if you're spending lots of money on marketing but you don't know if you're getting a return. Now, why am I qualified to speak about this? Well, I spent most of my career in marketing at companies such as Kraft and Coca-Cola. I've launched several products and have also designed many marketing plans and strategies. And I also coach entrepreneurs on how to launch their products and also grow their product businesses. So why do we need a marketing plan? Well, a marketing plan helps us know where to put our resources. So imagine you were trying to do everything under the sun. You had Google ads, Facebook ads, you had TV advertising, then you had promotions and things like that. Well, first of all, you wouldn't have money for all of that. And then really you're probably just throwing things at the wall, seeing what sticks. So we need to be strategic as to where we put our resources because we only have a limited amount of time and money. And also it keeps us on track and keeps us accountable as well. And lastly, it helps you know what's working and what isn't. So if you're tracking what you're doing and you know you have a plan and you're looking at all the metrics, you should know what is working and what isn't. But it all starts with a solid marketing strategy. A marketing strategy is your foundation to whatever you're going to do in your business. I'm not covering a marketing strategy today in this topic, but think about a marketing strategy as sort of the how you are going to achieve your goals. And think of the marketing plan as the what. It's the tactics. What are you going to do to get people aware and purchasing your product? So your strategy would include things like your vision, your mission, your values, where you play in the market and who your competitors are and how you differentiate. Also your brand positioning, key messaging, your target market, the products, the customers that are driving your profit and growth, and what are your goals and strategies. So for example, your strategies could include things like, we're going to launch a product this year. We're going to go into different markets. We're going to look at just different distributors. So all of that encompasses your marketing strategy. Your marketing plan is more about what are you going to do to get people aware of your product and eventually buy and become loyal consumers of your product. The way I like to look at it is it's a journey. You're taking your customers on a journey from awareness, becoming aware of your product and your brand, to becoming a loyal advocate of your product or brand and telling the world about it because they love it so much. And so think of it like a funnel. Like if you think of a funnel, at the top of the funnel, it's very wide. So this is the awareness piece. This is where you're getting a whole bunch of people aware of your product or service, and they might be aware, but they're not ready to buy yet. And then they move to consideration. Now they're considering your product. They're engaging with you. They're thinking about it. And it might take, say, up to 10 touch points for them to actually purchase a product or service. So at this point, they're getting to know, like, and trust your brand. And then you're going deeper down the funnel and you're thinning out some people. A lot of people are leaving at this point. They have decided not to make a decision, but then you get people making the purchase decision. So that is called conversion or acquisition. This could be a small purchase, a large purchase, doesn't matter, any kind of purchase. And then eventually down the funnel, you're going to deliver and potentially upsell your customers to other products or cross-sell, and they're starting to buy more products. And then at the bottom of the funnel, you've got your loyal advocates who will tell the world about your product or service, and these people are gold to you. So your job in this marketing plan is to move people along the journey and down to the most loyal people, the loyal advocates of your product. So along the funnel, you must figure out different tactics that you can put in place to bring people along the journey. So for awareness, we would have things like paid media, earned media, and owned media. Paid media would be things like print or social media ads, Google ads, ads that you pay for. Earned media would be things like PR opportunities, partnerships. And owned media would be your own social channels or your own website to get people to be aware of your product. Now, once they're aware, they're going to start considering your product, and they might be shopping around at this point. So here, you want to make sure, first of all, that they opt in to receive your emails. That's super important because they might visit your social media channel, but if they are not on your email list, it's not as easy to promote to them because, just depending on the algorithm and what's happening on Facebook or Instagram, you may not even reach them with your social post. So super important to get email opt-ins, and I can't stress that enough. You could do this by offering discounts on your product, free resource, whatever it is. Usually there's some kind of carrot for people to opt in. Secondly, content marketing is very important at this point where people are just browsing and considering your product. They will look at the kind of blogs you might write or what video content you're delivering or what you're putting on your Instagram stories and whatnot because they're beginning to know, like, and trust you. Another key things that you can do in this stage would be events. So this could be showing up at trade shows and exhibiting there and doing presentations so they can learn more about your product. And then we move along to acquisition. So this is where you have a customer who actually purchased something, and it could be small, it could be large, whatever it is. And at this point, in order to get this conversion, maybe you have a promotion like free shipping on your first order, or you have a cart abandonment strategy where you would email people once they've abandoned the cart and you offer them a discount. You could have a chat bot on your website, and this helps with ensuring that you capture people when they're thinking about purchasing. So there's so many things you can do at the moment where people are making that purchase decision to help them decide. And then you're going to deliver or upsell your product. And at this point, first of all, you want to give a great customer experience so that they are so delighted that they'll want to buy more from you. And then you can upsell them or cross-sell them to other products. You could even consider things like offering VIP experience, or email marketing is brilliant at getting repurchases. And once they're repurchasing, they're going to become loyal to your product, and hopefully they will be advocates and they will refer other people. So things you can do to capture them at this point would be Google reviews, getting their testimonials, offering referral incentives, ambassador programs or affiliates, and then loyalty rewards. So as you can see, this isn't everything you can do, but these are just little examples of what you can do at each stage of the funnel. Once you have your plan in place, it's important to monitor your plan with key metrics so that you know what's working and what's not working along the journey. So for example, with awareness, you would look at your social media audience, number of impressions, or traffic to your website. When you're looking at consideration, at this point, you could look at the number of email subscribers, social media engagement, and this is where people are considering your product. Under conversion, you would look at your conversion rate on your website or the abandoned cart conversion, for example. And then once you deliver or upsell your product, you'd look at the percentage of repeat customers, average order value, order frequency. And under loyalty and advocacy, you could look at number of positive reviews, number of referrals, retention rate. Again, these are examples of what the metrics you could look at. And there are so many more, and it's important to just make sure you specify it for your business. So now it's time to build your plan. I encourage you to map out the buckets that I've just mentioned under awareness, consideration, conversion, deliver or upsell, and loyalty and advocacy. And within each category, map out what you're currently doing under each bucket to attract your customers. And no judgment here. You might have gaps in different places in your marketing plan, and that's totally okay. This is what it's designed to do. And then you can actually find out, oh, hey, I might be missing some tactics within consideration, for example. So this is going to identify where are the gaps, and then also now map out what you want to add to your marketing plan to ensure that you're moving your customers along the journey. And then you want to ensure that you have metrics that you're going to measure along the way. So map out your metrics that you want under each category. And then I would suggest on a monthly basis, monitoring those metrics and looking where you might be falling short. So for example, if you have lots of traffic to your website, but your conversion rate is low, then you know that that's a gap and that's what you need to work on. So what I'm going to do to make this easier is I'm going to put a document, I'll attach it to the show notes, and you can build your own marketing plan. And I would love to hear from you, to hear what's working for you, what's not working for you. And if you need any help or you have any questions, feel free to email me at nicole@nicoledelarzac.com or set up a discovery call on my website, nicoledelarzac.com. Happy planning, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks so much.
Thank you for listening to the Productpreneur Podcast. If you loved this episode, we'd be so grateful if you could take a sec to subscribe, share it, and review it on Apple Podcasts. Your review will help more women build their own dream product business. By the way, if you have any feedback, comments, or questions, email me at info@nicoledelarzac.com. Until next time, keep dreaming up those product ideas.